and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
Sorrento Coast tourism ramps up after lonely pandemic break. The Sorrento Coast, one of the few Italian tourist destinations, in addition to the Amalfi Coast, which entranced writers and poets of the Grand Tour between the 18th and 19th centuries, generating flows of international visitors, up to the disastrous pandemic period, recorded a slow recovery this summer of 2021. The Sorrento Coast has of recent times attracted mainly Italian tourists and a few foreigners. This situation has been completely reversed since 1919 and is a timid recovery awaiting the return to the past. The void over time due to the pandemic has not changed the characteristics and traditions in Sorrento and its splendid hinterland. In particular, the indigenous culinary offerings proposed by restaurants and trattorias in Sorrento and neighboring towns, in addition to the restaurants run by starred chefs such as Il Buco and Donna Sofia, the latter a favorite of Italian cinema icon Sofia Loren, remain as delicious as ever. Fortunately, everything remains unchanged for the benefit of regular visitors who are happy to find the eatery managers who have become friends over time and rediscover the classic menus. This is a form of respect also for the benefit of the new generations, whose presence was noted at the end of July. View of Hotel Mediterraneo and its private swimming area. Photo copyright Mario Masciullo. The Hotel Tradition in Sorrento. The city of Sorrento lists 120 30th-starred hotels, mostly family-run, a tradition that has been handed down for over 100 years. In this period of time, a good number of the structures have become prestigious residences thanks to the management experience and the economic contribution derived from tourism and beyond. The MD and Pietro Monti, Hotel Mediterraneo, Sorrento. Photo copyright Mario Masciullo. An interesting case history. An intriguing story deepened by Sergio Maresca, Managing Director, MD, of the Hotel Mediterraneo, whose long tradition of hospitality and generational changes spans over 100 years, and is classified as a singular case history. Originally, this hotel was a private residence built in 1912 and was turned into a hotel by Antonietta Loro, grandmother Etta, sister of the shipowner Achille Loro, great-grandmother and grandmother of those who currently manage the hotel. Generations have succeeded and new family partners have joined the business, but the spirit of hospitality has remained the same. For us, this is always a big house that hosts a wonderful extended family to our precious collaborators and our old and new clients and friends, said the hotel MD. Renew to face the future. A providential contribution came from Invitalia Law on the restructuring of 12 large hotels in Sorrento. The objective of the operation was to raise the quality standard of hotel facilities by assigning applicants a non-repayable grant and subsidized loans. The Sorrento Peninsula, among other things, is worth in terms of attendance about 15% of the flows of Campania and 30% of the province of Naples, and accounts for about 0.75% of the entire national hotel tourism movement. In this regard, curiosity prompted an investigation into the case by interviewing Pietro Monti, marketing director of the only ultra-centennial property in the Sorrento area, of which the MD spoke about, that is a beneficiary of the restructuring initiative. The loan, according to Piero Monti, was invested to improve the hotel with an image standing in every sector of the residence with furnishings that reflect the marine style in an elegant modern key. The style applied was fashionable and highly functional architectural solutions made with raw materials typical of the coast, Vesuvian lava, parquet flooring reminiscent of stilts built on the sea, fisherman-style lamps, and decorations and cabinets in brass, a material whose processing has its roots in the Neapolitan tradition. Cellar dining area of Donna Sofia restaurant reserved for special guests. Photo copyright Mario Masciullo. Added to this is the gastronomic sector and the transformation of its terrace into a splendid skybar with a panoramic view over the Bay of Naples to the Vesuvius volcano. A powerful motor yacht is available for guests for trips to the nearby island of Capri or elsewhere. Renovation and new services including a private beach earned the hotel another star, making it today a 5-star hotel. The territory. The Amalfi Coast, a World Heritage Site recognized by UNESCO in 1997, starts from Punta Campanella and develops along the south coast of the Sorrento Peninsula until it reaches Vietri sul Mare. It is located about 50 kilometers south of Naples, north of the Sorrento Coast. At the eastern end is the city of Salerno. Giant citrus of Sorrento photo copyright Mario Masciullo. Sorrento sits on a tough cliff overlooking the sea, an area also suitable for trekking with a wonderful view of the Gulf of Naples. The city of Sorrento has a historic center made up of small streets crowded with shops selling typical products as well as bars and restaurants. On one side is a crystalline sea, and on the other, green hills and citrus trees. Capri, Positano, Amalfi, Ravello, Pompeii, Herculaneum, Vesuvius and Ischia are a few kilometers away, all providing a mild climate all year round and excellent local cuisine. The dolphin-shaped island that belonged to Rudolf Nureyev photo copyright Mario Masciullo. Hints of history. The iconic Russian dancer, Rudolf Nureyev, did not make it to see his project come true, a school of dance on the island. Seen from above, the island looks like a dolphin. In reality, it is Lee Galley, a very small archipelago made up of 3 islets that overlook Capri and Positano. The archipelago is also known as La Sirenus where, according to legend, it was once inhabited by sirens who charmed the sailors in transit with their song. According to mythology, only 2 ships survived being shipwrecked against the rocks, that of Ulysses whose story is told in Homer's Odyssey and that of the Argonauts who were saved thanks to Orpheus. Other historical guests. In the native town of Torquato Tasso, Sorrento, the poets Byron and Shelley, Henrik Ibsen, who wrote his comedy Ghosts, Mark Twain, and James Fenimore Cooper stayed at the destination which today welcomes such celebrities such as the Russian tycoon, Roman Abramovich, the 007 movie actor, Pierce Brosnan, actor Richard Wagner, Friedrich Nietzsche, Charles Dickens, Maxim Gorky and many more. Giacomo Casanova visited Sorrento, but this was before the invention of photography. In the 1870s, the Tsarina of Russia, Maria Alexandrovna, with a following of 200 people, stayed in Sorrento for just over 6 weeks. In its history, the coast was lined with magnificent villas of ancient Roman aristocrats and wealthy characters. Some were members of the court of Emperor Tiberius who, in his later years, ruled from Capri. The remains of the villa of the adopted son of Emperor Augustus are located under the Bellevue Serene Hotel in Sorrento. Centuries-old remains of Regina Giovanna residence photo copyright Mario Masciullo. The most visited archaeological find today is that of Queen Giovanna in the area called Baths of Queen Giovanna. It is a site full of magical stories and charm. From Capo di Sorrento, there is a path in the shade of vines and orange trees that leads on a slope towards the sea to the Baths of Queen Giovanna. Visitors have a view of rare beauty, a large natural basin connected to the sea by a narrow crack between the rocks. The space on the promontory is occupied by the remains of a majestic Roman villa, built at the time of Emperor Domitian 81–96 AD, and belonging to Pollio Felice. According to the legend, Queen Giovanna II Durazzo d'Angio often stayed here with a lover on duty. These ruins are the most fascinating of the Sorrento Peninsula and were discovered in 1624 by Giovanni Vinaccia. No other villa from this period has been described in detail like this one in the verses sung by Publio Papinio Stasio Napoli poet, circa 45–96. Like other seaside villas of the Roman era, it has a landing place and a marinarium for the breeding of fish and a nymphaeum. From the villa, there is a passage on the rocks from where it is possible to swim in crystal clear waters. Trekking on the Sorrento Coast photo copyright Mario Masciullo. Beyond Sorrento. The Circumvesuviana Railway, Sorrento-Naples, stops both in Pompeii and at another notable archaeological site in Herculaneum. Pompeii is closer to Sorrento than Naples, and Herculaneum is about halfway, but these are Italy destinations to be storied for another day.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.